No kidding. All right, the baseball game of the day, Tampa Bay and the Indians. Scott Kazmir won of his last 3 starts. ERA just over 2. Franklin Gutierrez off of Kazmir. Indians up 1-0. Gutierrez's 5th home run of the season. First career leadoff homer. Indians down 3-1. Kazmir having issues. Johnny Peralta. Indians got the lead of 3-2. Peralta's 19th homer of the year. 9th career homer against Tampa Bay. Most against any opponent. Tie game, Andy Marte. Peralta and Shin-Soo Choo beating the relay throw home and scores. Indians lead 5-3. Kazmir hasn't gone more than 5 2/3 in 7 of his last 9 starts. But Joe Madden says he's not concerned about it. Lasted just 4 1/3 in this one. Indians up 5-4. Peralta does that. Needs a triple for the cycle. I'll take the double. Jamie Carroll will score. Carroll will score on that. It's a tie game. Actually, Indians go up 6-4. Peralta 5 for 5. Rays down 3. Jason Bartlett leads off the inning with a double. And the next batter is Eric Hinsky, and he does that as well. The double, Bartlett would score. Rays down 7-5. Here comes Tampa. They've been doing this a lot all year long. Next up, Gabe Gross, no doubt. Off of Mojica, Gross's 8th home run of the season, tying the game at 7. That would be off of Mojica. Mesa Kobayashi would replace him, and Akinori Iwamura grounds to first. Kobayashi late to cover first. Iwamura barely beats it out. Big play. Next batter, Ben Zobrist, and Kobayashi walks him. And that would set up the drama, the anticipation for Carlos Pena and the hot Rays.
The pitch to Pena. Swinging a fly ball, deep right field, way back and gone! Rays win! Rays win! Rays win! Another improbable win for this Rays team.
Carlos Pena's 5th career walk-off home run caps a 6-run bottom 9th as the Rays get their 9th walk-off win of the year.
The Yankees in Texas losing games and players. Sidney Ponson making his return to Texas. First time since the Rangers released him back in June. Gerald Laird, hot shot. Robinson Cano says he's got it. Now the second base umpire, Andy Fletcher, originally says not a catch. Josh Hamilton scored. Watch it again. Does Cano get that before it hits the dirt? Well, the umpires, to their credit, get together, overturn the call, take the run off the board. Ian Kinsler, single to right. David Murphy trying to score from second. Bobby Abreu throw home, and there's the collision at the plate. Murphy with Ivan Rodriguez. Murphy is out. Actually, both players are out. Watch this replay again. Here's Murphy's knee, bangs right into Rodriguez's shin guards. Both players would later leave the game. Rodriguez bruised knee, Murphy posterior cruciate ligament strain. As far as the game outside the collision, Derek Jeter singles because he's Derek Jeter. And that gives the Yankees a 3-2 lead. On to the top of the 4th, Jason Giambi working on that next mustache. And muscles up for his 22nd homer of the year. Yanks up 4-2. Go on to win 5-3.
All right, some baseball. Pedro Martinez taking the mound for Metropolitan Nation, needing a win to stay 2 out of 1st. Martinez facing leadoff hitter Jody Garrett. First pitch of the game, gone. Garrett, Met killer, crushing it for his 9th of the year. Padres up 1-0. Later in the first, same score, Martinez, meet Brian Giles. Gone. Lifting that 87-mile-per-hour fastball. Pedro allows 2 homers in the first inning for the 3rd time in his career. Bottom 5, Mets down 2-1. Magical Met of the moment, Daniel Murphy at bat, runner on second. Murphy, professional hitter, 3 for 5 and an RBI. Mets tie the game at 2. He's staying up with a big club. Top 7, same score. Pedro Martinez exits with a runner on third, 1 out. Best outing, really, for him of the year. 6 1/3, 3 Ks, 2 earned runs. And then Pedro Feliciano on to relieve, but Brian Giles does that, and Luis Rodriguez scores the go-ahead run, and Pedro and the Mets lose.
As for the top 2 teams in the NL East, the Marlins and the Phillies, Anibal Sanchez, his 2nd start since shoulder surgery, had a rough 2nd inning. Jeff Jenkins, the grounder, goes off of Sanchez's glove, and well, that's E1. The next batter is Chris Coast, and Sanchez hits Coast the pitch. Sort of, just grazed his jersey, 1st and 2nd. Eric Bruntlund's going to make sure they're able to cash in. Phils would score 2 in the inning. A couple of Sanchez errors, 1 physical, 1 mental. 1-2 pitch. Ryan Howard, get out. 32nd homer of the year. Sanchez, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned, 3 walks in that 2nd start. Base loaded, 2 outs for Jeremy Hermida in the top of the 4th. And Hermida lines one, hit it solid, but Jimmy Rollins, it's good scouting, played perfectly right there. Frustrating game for Hermida and the Fish. Say hi to Mike Cervenak, 31 years old, 0 for 2 in his career, and Cervenak chops it over the drawn and infield. First career hit in RBI. Bills blank the Fish.
So the Twins look to salvage a game in Seattle. Leadoff whiz Denard Span. You know, he still has his apartment in the minors in Rochester. He should sell it. Span man triples off of Jared Washburn, clears the bases. Span is hitting .315 in 44 games for the Twins. He has ignited this team. 3 for 5, 4 RBI. Bottom 7-1 on, 2 outs, 4-3 Twins. Adrian Beltre. That guy again, Span, robbing Beltre of a go-ahead 2-run home run. Of course it's a top-play nominee. You gotta love it. I know Roger from New Haven does. Top of the 8th, 2 on, 1 out. Twins up 6-3. Span reaches first on that bunt. Drives in another run. Said Span, I never imagined I'd be helping this team this soon. Ron Gardenhire is sure happy. 7-3 final. Manny, Brian Kenny, Dodgers, Cardinals. Manny Ramirez, 625. He's hitting 2 homers in his first 4 games with L.A. That's it. Ramirez facing Joel Pinheiro. No doubt. Boy, he just loved hitting that breaking ball over the wall. Ramirez moves into 20th all-time, 513 career homers. Tie game at 1. 3 homers, 7 ribbies in his first 5 games with L.A. Bottom 4, tie game at 3. Bags full for Albert Pujols. That's gone. Yeah, you can watch that, Albert. You deserve it. 6 career 4-bagger. Cardinals up 7-3. They're not dead yet. Far from it in the Central. Next batter, Ryan Ludwig. Speaking of a man who knows how to go deep, all he's done is homer in 5 straight games, tying the longest streak by any player this year. Number 29 for him. St. Louis wins.
All right, bad news for the Astros. Had to play the Cubs at Wrigley. Chicago, the best home team in the Bigs, 42-16 at the friendly confines. Carlos Lee, a 3-run shot off Jason Marquis, his 27th of the year, 27 career homers against the Cubs. Astros up 4-1 early. Brandon Backey, 11 earned runs allowed last month in 5 starts. That's an ERA. But a different story Wednesday against the Cubs. Again, Chicago was down 4-1, not for long. Mark DeRosa, a grand slam, 4th of his career. Cubs had the lead. Cubs up 6-4. Alfonso Soriano, a 3-run shot. Soriano has 20 hits, 6 home runs, 14 RBIs in the 11 games since coming off the DL. I would say his broken finger has healed nicely.
Extended all the way to Shea Stadium, but it wasn't about the Jets there. It was about the Mets and Johan Santana taking on the Padres. We pick it up top 6. Mets up 2-1 men on first and third. Kevin Kuzminoff to Argenis Reyes, who tags out Adrian Gonzalez and then completes the double play. Santana cruising through 6 innings, gave up just 2 hits. Top 8 Mets up 3-1. Edgar Gonzalez off Santana, 2nd straight Padre hit of the inning. So Jerry Manuel takes him out, 104 pitches and 7 innings of work. Now, the Mets bullpen has blown 5 potential wins for Santana this season. Next batter, Scott Hairston, and Duener Sanchez hits him. So the base is loaded. Sanchez lifted after 1 pitch. So after the Padres score a run, it's 3-2 Mets. Joe Smith with the bases loaded, but Kuzminoff up the middle. There's Reyes to Nick Evans for the double play. Well, they got something going there. Reyes to Reyes, and look at the stretch by Evans. And he was there. Santana digging it. His win saved for now, but the 9th is when the Mets have blown it for him most of the time. Scott Schoenweiss in to try to close it. Mets up 3-2. Jody Garrett says, not so fast. 10th of the year for Garrett. Solo shot ties it at 3, and yet another blown win for Santana. Bottom 9, David Wright up at the plate, facing former Met Heath Bell. And Wright is ready to eat. First career walk-off home run for Wright at any level of baseball. Mets win at 5-3. He says he can't wait to shake Brett Favre's hand. Reporters couldn't wait to talk to him.
Front-running Phillies. Largest crowd of the season, by the way, at Citizens Bank Park to see this one. Chris Volstad, 21-year-old, 2-0 on the road this season, 1.62 ERA. Gets a little defensive help there by Dan Uggla. Marlins out of a bit of a jam in the 2nd. In the 3rd, Phil's down 1-0. Good Marlins D again. Jorge Cantu with a great play to beat Chase Utley to the bag. Inning over. Top 6, Fish up 1-0. Josh Willingham rips the Cole Hamels curve to left. Jeremy Hermida scores. Willingham with a 2-bagger. Fishy's up 2. And then in the 6th, Ryan Howard to the gap in right center. Cody Ross with a great diving catch. Volstad, 6 innings, no runs, 3 hits. And this team with baseball's smallest payroll.
Manny who? Diamondbacks still lead the NL West. They had a 2.5-game cushion on the Dodgers and a date with the Braves. Bottom first, runners on the corners. Diamondbacks down 1-0. Charlie Martin gets Mark Reynolds. Morton out of the jam. He struck out 4. Bottom second, Alex Ramiro to third. Omar Infante with a diving stop. On his knees but not surrendering. Bottom 6, Diamondbacks down 2-0. Runners on first and second. Chad Tracy, 6-4-3. Make that 4-6-3, and that's not going to help. They squander the opportunity. The next batter, runner still on third, but Martin strikes out Reynolds again. 7 innings of work, 5 hits for Martin. Hadn't won in almost a month. Top of the 8th, Braves up 3-0. Escobar making the most of his opportunity, driving in 2. D-backs got 4 in the 8th, but the Braves going to win it 6-4.
Did you dare say Manny who?
I did.
Trying to avoid the sweep in St. Louis. Well, there's your Manny who. 4th home run in 6 games with the Dodgers. He had 4 homers in his last 23 games with the Red Sox. It's 3-1 Dodgers. By the way,
Duly noted.
he's hitting .565 in Dodger blue. Clayton Kershaw, sharp in Dodger blue. Bottom 3, the 20-year-old gets Aaron Miles swinging on the curve, and then he gets Ryan Ludwig with a fastball. Then he gets Ludwig again. Ludwig's consecutive games with a homer streak ends at 5. Kershaw, 7 innings, 1 run. Longest big league outing. Dodgers winning. So here you go. National League West at the moment. Despite Arizona's loss, the leaders are playing better after the break still. They have a 1.5-game lead on the Dodgers right now. Another half game on the idle Twins. Chicago taking on a Detroit team that's lost 6 in a row. Javier Vasquez serving up the long ball to Miguel Cabrera, his 21st as a Tiger. It's 2-0 at that point. Bottom 8, Tigers clinging to a 5-3 lead. Jim Thome on first. Paul Konerko, the double off Bobby C. Thome waved around and he's gunned down by Ramon Santiago, so 2 outs. A little later in the inning, Fernando Rodney now pitching. 2 on, 2 out. Alexi Ramirez, the liner to left, but Ryan Rayburn, a defensive replacement with a game-saving diving catch. Tigers going to win at 8-3, snap their 6-game losing streak. So, the White Sox fail to gain ground on the idle Twins. Chicago loses the series finale, and now their lead over the Twins, just a half game.
All right, time for your AL East update. Boston was off, so the Rays could add a half game to their 3-game lead on the Red Sox if they could beat the Mariners. Andy Sonnenstein gets Adrian Beltre looking. Bottom 7, 1 out. Beltre will swing this time, but to no avail. Sonnenstein retired 17 straight batters at one point in the game. 9th inning, tied at 1, runners on the corners, 1 out. J.J. Putz throwing 97. Cliff Floyd can't catch up, 2 away. Deanna Navarro got him 2. So Putz out of the inning. Bottom 9, first batter for the Mariners, Raul Ibanez. No need to chase it, it's not coming back. Off Dan Wheeler, and it is time to bounce in Seattle. Mariners take it 2-1 on Ibanez's 4th career walk-off. Yankees 6.5 games back in the East, taking on the Rangers, trying to earn a split of their 4-game series. Derek Jeter DH'ing. High fastball from Scott Feldman, and Jeter jumped all over it. Yankees have fans everywhere, even in Texas. And the Yankees go up 1-0 with a solo shot from Jeter. Mike Mussina was outstanding. He's been the one guy they can count on with all the injuries to their pitching staff. Bottom 2nd, runners on the corners with 1 out. Gerald Laird helping out with a 6-4-3 double play. And the Rangers' threat is squashed. Now bottom 6, Marlon Byrd on 2nd with 1 out. Brandon Boggs back to Mussina.
Yes, he does. Run straight at him.
And Byrd eventually run down by Wilson Betemit. And then Betemit to 2nd to get Boggs attempted to sneak into 2nd. 7 scoreless innings against the Majors' top offense from Mussina. And the Yankees win it 3-0. So this top 10 plays starting with the Saints and the Cardinals. Tyler Palco trying to catch on as a backup in New Orleans to Robert Meacham. Saints first-round draft pick last season out of Tennessee. Dealt with injuries, didn't play a single down all last season. But look at him here breaking tackles, getting in for the 60-yard touchdown. $129 receiving for Meacham in the game. Saints win it by 14.
Oh, man, Antoine Jimerson coached him in high school. Must be awfully proud. Look at Colin Duffley. Folks proud of this kid as Massachusetts and New Hampshire hooking up. His New Hampshire team wins 5-2. He struck out 14 Massachusetts youngsters.
Number 8, Marlins and Phillies in the 3rd inning. Check out the fan. Foul ball. And there he's got the plaid shorts on and he's got the baseball. And then 6th inning, Same fan, he catches another baseball.
Selfish.
His buddy with the beard did absolutely nothing, but he still got on SportsCenter.
So selfish. Jets and Browns at number 7. Derek Anderson. Braylon Edwards going one-handed. Made a few of these catches at the University of Michigan. Braylon Edwards, great look. Browns lose the game 24-20.
Number 6, Nationals and Rockies. Will Nieves, the apparent base hit, but Ryan Langerhans gunned out at second by former LSU star Brad Hawpe, just like Skip Bertman taught him in Baton Rouge.
Number 5, Billy Mayfair, first round of the PGA Championship from off the green. The chip, it would not be number 5 if it did not fall. Number 3 in our top 10.
Number 2, PGA Championship opening round, Heath Slocum. Third shot on the par 5 12. Look at it roll back, and it dropped for eagle. That was the good news.